This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
Alright, here's a fun topic here. Shoutouts to Spider Bros. Yeah, cool hashtag, by the way. That's pretty dope. Pick your top 3 video game characters from this chart right here. Obviously, if you're looking at this chart right here, these are obviously familiar names. Obviously, you got Pac-Man, Ryu from Street Fighter, Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider series, Pikachu, Crash Bandicoot, Mario, Sonic, Kratos from God of War, Link from Zelda the Zelda series, Duke Nukem, Master Chief, Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat series, Cloud from the Final Fantasy series, and Spyro the Dragon. So again, you decide from this chart, who would you be your top 3? This is actually a fun topic right here, you know, like, for me personally, I've already given my answer already. I'm obviously going to go with Sonic, Mario, and Pikachu, and the reason for that is because, you know, those are the classics I grew up with in the 90s. Let's be real here. Pokemon was a big part of my life in the 90s, back when it was the OG version of Pokemon. You know, I understand the show just turned 25 years old, and we're going in a new direction with a new protagonist here and there. That's understandable. It actually made me want to rewatch the old school classic Pokemon series. And I remember the Pokemon was a huge part of my life back then, and I'm always going to cherish that. Even the games were solid back then, prior to Generation 6. I already made I'll make a video on that at a later date. You know, but Sonic and Mario have always been a big part of my life also too at that time, and they still are to this day. It makes me glad that the Nintendo Switch has all 3 of these iconic characters playable in one console. You could always get Mario games on any Nintendo console, obviously, and of course Pokemon, because they're a second-party title. They're always going to be Nintendo exclusive no matter what, you know. And obviously, you know, Sonic games, you know, being on a Nintendo console back in the 90s, that was unheard. That was never going to be a possibility during the console wars. And then you realize SEGA now being a third-party publisher, I'm actually glad they're on the same console. It gives you so much flexibility having a lot of iconic characters on one household. That's awesome. I'm always grateful for that. Now, there's some other people saying, you know, they like other, you know, intellectual properties. That's awesome. Maybe some people love, you know, Spyro. Maybe some people love Crash Bandicoot. That's understandable. Let me know what are your top 3 you would have picked from that list. You know, and if I mispronounced some of the names or I didn't mention any of the names, let me know in the comments which would you pick, actually, out of this group of 16 right here. I would like to hear your thoughts. You know, again, this could have been a hard pick for some people. For many, it was a simple pick. A majority of the people actually had Sonic on their list no matter what. You know, so that's amazing right here. Now, a lot of you maybe love, you know, the Zelda series a lot more than you like the Sonic series or vice versa. Look, you know, more power to you. You decide what you want to pick, and we'll go from there. It's interesting. You know, for me, like I said, you know, Sonic's always going to be my number 1. You know, I'm never going to abandon him at any given time. You know, the Mario series is always going to be up there too. Like I said, I mean, I grew up more as a SEGA fanboy than I did as a Nintendo fanboy back in the console wars. And right now, I'm still very much loyal to SEGA, just even through all the hardships we've gone through. And finally, we're in the age of enlightenment right now. And I couldn't be any happier for the company right now. I was actually very terrified that SEGA were actually considered of selling to Microsoft for those news were speculating back in 2021. But thankfully, all those rumors were debunked. And I'm actually glad that Sega's in a much better position they are right now. Physically, financially, and all better for all their intellectual properties. I couldn't be any happier. Like, anytime Sega tries to make, you know, new games here and there, I try to support them the best I can. But when it comes to older IPs, I want to support them all the way. When it's a Sonic game, a Samba the Amigo game, if I mispronounced that name, I apologize. And anything, basically. Hell, Sega, give us a Crazy Taxi game. Fuck, seriously. Give us a Crazy Taxi game, bring back other intellectual properties, the fans will buy those games. Seriously, they're, you know, that's how you win us over. Hell, give us a Knights game or even a remaster. Fuck, if you really want to stick it to Yuji Naka, pun intended, after him pleading guilty for what he did, go for it. Why not? People of the Knights series would buy that game, no problem, after the wonderful success of Balan and Wonderworld. I had to make that joke right there. So yeah, so why not? I mean, right now things are going great for the company. Like I said, I'm always loyal to SEGA no matter what, you know. So that's just me personally. Let me know what y'all think about this, and I gotta go. Have a great day.